Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, and say hello here to Rosie the Border Terrier. She's a little pup. She's, what is she now? 11 weeks old and recently joined our family here in West Sussex in the UK, and that's where I run these YouTube videos from. So the channel is called Rottenlead, and I do everything from miniature painting, reviews of products, and also occasionally showing off Rosie as she grows slightly bigger. I thought, why not take this opportunity to show her off while she's still a small pup, and then as she grows I may well bring her back on. So I'm going to put Rosie back down and talk a little bit more about the other things you might expect on the channel. Okay. So what can you expect on the channel, Rottenlead? Well, I'm going to be doing painting guides, I'm going to review products, and I'm going to talk about various games. I've also published 2 games, of which I think I've got them behind me to show off. Imperial Skies being the most recent one, which I published about 2 years ago now, which is all about flying these Victorian style airships. There's a painting guide in there as well, actually. The airships themselves are available from a company called Brigade Models in the UK, and the book has a whole stack of play guides, reference cards to the ships. It's full colour, available in print and PDF. I also had some fantastic artwork done to represent some of the airships and vehicles in there. So that's Imperial Skies, the book that I've written. And before that, I wrote the Grunts 15mm book. Whilst this one is now a little bit old because I published it back in 2012, I am refreshing the rules. You can see a couple of glimpses from the pages there, and it's again like Imperial Skies, it's available in print and in PDF version as well. So those are my 2 rules, Imperial Skies and Grunts 15mm, 2 kind of different systems, but available in print and PDF, and also the models are available from many different companies. Grunts in particular, you can get 15mm sci-fi from dozens and dozens of good companies around the world, and Imperial Skies, the airships are available from Brigade Models in the UK, so please do have a look at those. So back in my archives on here, you'll find everything from Battletech to War Machine to World War I painting guides, spaceship painting guides, everything in between. There's quite an eclectic mix of things on here. So yeah, I've got a bit of everything on there, hopefully something you might be interested in, and if you do get interested and you want me to focus on something in particular, please post a comment or something in there and say, why don't you do a video on this? I will always give it a go, so please do share and feedback and I'll have a look at what I can do. So in the hobby room I've got a airbrush station over there. In fact, I can switch to it. So just there I have some 15mm terrain that I'm working on. Yeah, so you may see me airbrushing once in a while. I have done some videos where I've done some airbrushing, and just recently I put the airbrush booth behind me over there, making it a little bit easier to do the videos. I've got a GoPro, in fact, linked in over there, which is filming the airbrushing. Additionally, when I'm working away here, I will fire up occasionally through the power of the internet the desk in front of me, which you can now see down over there. Yeah, so that's the picture-in-picture beside me of the tabletop I've got here. In fact, I'm using a mouse there rather than using a brush. But occasionally I will zoom in like this and do some works really close up. So I recently did a video on this Battletech model. Here's some older work of mine where I put a little guy in the cockpit on there. I also do the 15mm models, so these are 2 15mm sci-fi vehicles. Yeah, so these are the kind of bits and pieces I may do project videos on. I know I did a video on the weathering on this recently. I also did a video on making this this mecha. This is from Ground Zero Games, and I went through various stages of doing the paintwork on there. And general 15mm sci-fi miniatures, so these are from Brigade, and you can see the sort of scale and size of those. I also do Games Workshop videos, so here are a couple of these Vampire Spawn that I did, and I did the whole video sequence of how these were done, and then I used oil washes to finish them off, put them on resin bases, and yeah, that's the kind of stuff I may cross over into doing 40k as well. Yeah, so I don't just restrict myself to the small scale stuff like this Battletech aerospace fighter. I'll also go for the bigger scales too, and I've got a huge fantasy collection of models which I've been building up over the last 30 or so years for wargaming and Dungeons and Dragons style games. So there's a brief overview of the channel. Please do subscribe and come back soon to check out new content. I will live stream here. I also live stream onto Facebook, so you may see me there. Any comments and feedback are appreciated, particularly if I'm live streaming. I'll quite often interrupt what I'm doing to take a comment and then adjust what I'm painting at the time, just based on what someone's asked in the comment stream. So that's much appreciated, that input. Thanks very much for listening. Goodbye.